Thank you all for sending questions for this edition of the Q&A. Description box down below with all the details on how you can send in questions. Anyways, guys, Snowdrop asks, what are some of the strangest questions you've gotten on your Q&As? Oh, good question, Snowdrop. You know, I've been doing these for a long time, and I will get some weird, strange, oddball questions thrown here or there. But most of the time, I don't remember them. Mainly because I don't feel like they made the impact into the Q&As. Like, they didn't really, that wasn't the one question where I was all like, oh my god, that made the Q&A video so freaking great. But there was one question I do remember someone asked me, and I just said, why would you ask me this question? This is probably the strangest question I've ever gotten. Someone asked me a question, what would my reaction be if AJ Lee threw up on me? And I was thinking to myself, and I remember I told the person, what an idiotic question in the video, because that's just stupid. Why are you wasting your time to send me in a question, and you're going to ask about AJ Lee puking on me? How disgusting is that? He even had, like, little sound effects, too. Like, he even said, and AJ Lee makes this blah, blah, blah noise and stuff like that. I was like, what the fuck is that all about? It was just weird, man. So that's the strangest question by far that I will always remember since redoing these Q&As, but just utter oddball ones, I can't remember in all honesty. The Chase Allen asks, do you remember Zach Gowen, the one-legged wrestler from 2003 and 2004? If you do, what are your opinions on the guy? He sucked. Only good thing about him was a stupid theme song. Joe Laurinaitis, once again, signs the wrong talent. Should have signed the other one-legged wrestler that went to the University of Arizona. Stupid Joe Laurinaitis, stupid Zach Gowen. Michael Murray asks, hey man, haven't really been watching Raw lately, but do you think the WWE needs more lively crowds like in Liverpool? Sure. Hot crowds are a hot crowd, so yeah, I'm all for it. Largest 85 asks, how come Kevin Nash didn't have a match at WrestleMania 18 and only Holland Hogan did? Kevin Nash had a knee sprain at the time? Yeah, I think it was a knee sprain. Kevin Nash had some type of injury going in it at the time, so he couldn't really wrestle in the ring or take a huge bump, so he had some type of minor injury that prevented him from wrestling, to my understanding. Travis Nelson asks, why was Grumpy Cat and the Bunny humping Adam Rose on Raw? Vince must have went to preschool for creative ideas. Vince has never left preschool for creative ideas. Travis, you've been watching wrestling for how long? Come on, man. Look at Vince McMahon's booking. Just look at all the childish shit that we have seen throughout the WWF's existence, WWF/WWE's existence. Vince is a childish human being. He has never left the preschool of creative booking. He's stayed there for the longest time because, damn it, he can do whatever he wants. Chris Stark asks, do you think Destination America is the final destination for TNA? Yes, it is, because if they screw up there, they're not going to succeed anywhere else. Paul Marcolonis asks, reaction to when Eddie gives the Big Show the bad tacos that gave Show, and after Show leaves, we see cross-arm Tito and toilet. What? I mean, it's funny because I hear cross-arm Tito, but are you talking about that segment where Eddie gave Big Show like the bad tacos and Show was stuck on the toilet? It would be funny if Tito was in the toilet with the Big Show and he was giving no reaction. That would make it funny, not just seeing Tito. Tito's in the toilet with the Big Show, and as Big Show's taking no shits, he's just standing there like a boss. That would be fucking funny. Chris Bandicoot asks, could you play some music in the background for your Q&As, like put on Kanye West or otaku rap? No. I ain't gonna get risked for like a copyright claim just because you want to hear some Kanye and freaking otaku rap behind my music. Look, if you want music with my Q&As, this is what you do. You play some music in the background on a YouTube video, put that a little bit lower, make this video volume higher. There you go, you get music in the background of my Q&As. But I'm not going to risk a copyright strike. Largest 85, you asked another question, but I'll save that for the Friday edition. Johnny Russo asks, can Miz be accredited to the recent popularity of Mizdow? I don't think that too many guys would share the spotlight like the Miz does, and it's ironic how his gimmick is him taking the spotlight when in reality he has just saved this dude's career. Oh yeah, I think the Miz should have a lot of credit for the Damien Mizdow character. If the Miz never brought in Mizdow as a stunt double, Mizdow would be doing the same crap he was doing. He would just be playing different gimmicks every single week. If it wasn't for the Miz having such a good heel character right now on television, we want to get the awesomeness that is Damien Mizdow. So yes, I do agree that Damien Mizdow is to the Miz is to credit for the success of Damien Mizdow right now. Now, has Damien Mizdow done a tremendous job with this gimmick? Absolutely. But without The Miz, I don't think this gimmick would have worked. That's just me. I don't think you could have done this with any other wrestler. I think it works perfectly with The Miz just because The Miz knows how to play a really, really good heel. Lace Up Graveyard asks, what if Tito Ortiz was an Elimination Chamber match and he stood in the pod with his arms crossed the whole match? I mean, yeah, you gotta put in there that when his pod finally opens, no one gives a shit and no one gives a reaction. Can you imagine his pod opens and he just stands there like a goon? Tato. Oh yeah. So you gotta put in pod opens, no reaction whatsoever for this dumb fuck Tito right now. So that would be hilarious. But yeah, I guess it would make the Elimination Chamber match more interesting. VT Reviews asks, do you agree with CM Punk when he said Eddie Guerrero is the greatest wrestler of all time and saying he is better than Ric Flair, Stone Cold, and himself? No. I love Eddie, but greatest wrestler of all time? I'll be after smoking some good weed to believe that shit, so no. Jake Loomis asks, do you find it sad that the WWE doesn't treat Survivor Series like a Big Four pay-per-view anymore compared to the past Survivor Series where we have Elimination Chamber matches, guys being dropped from forklifts, and the Montreal Screwjob finish? Yeah, it is really sad, man. I mean, Survivor Series is the second Big Four pay-per-view, the third event overall, if you will. But still, it's the second Big Four pay-per-view. And it's just like, this is the love and respect it gets nowadays. It just feels like it's filler garbage. There's so much good stipulations that come out of Survivor Series. There's so many stars that were created at Survivor Series. There's so many great wrestling moments created at Survivor Series. And it's just like, nowadays it feels like it's like a over the limit. Or it feels like an Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It doesn't feel important anymore. I think more people enjoyed the TLC pay-per-view after Survivor Series more than the Survivor Series pay-per-view itself. So yeah, man, it does suck. It is sad. I wish Survivor Series got more love and more respect. Redwood316 asks, in your opinion, what was the last good year for the WWE? Mine was 2004. That was a pretty good year. Overall, like, if you're saying a really good year, like best year, 2002. But if you want to just look at the future stars that they had in the making and, overall talent pool, I would say 2007. So those would be my 2 years. Like, if you're just looking at one complete, really, really good year, 2002. But if you want to look at the talent pool and the people they had at the time, 2007. So I'll give you 2 years. It just depends on your perspective on how you look at it. Carson Lopez asks, hey, Chase, did you think it was bullshit for the WWE to blame The Miz for Survivor Series 2011 low buy rate? I was never a Miz fan, but the poor guy didn't deserve out the heat backstage. Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, WWE, the reason why Survivor Series 2011 did such a poor buy rate is because you didn't really build a card underneath The Rock returning. Okay, yes, you got CM Punk, facing Alberto Del Rio for the WWE title. But after that, the whole Survivor Series 2011 card, it's weak. It's not a good card whatsoever. It's like, it's not worth the $55 that you have to pay at the time to watch it. Well, at least for me, with my provider, it's $55 for the pay-per-views. It's $50 to buy it, and then $5 for the replays, and then all this other nonsense crap that I don't understand. But really, to be honest, like, the rest of that card was really bad, and yet they blame The Miz. They blame R-Truth. They don't blame John Cena and all this either. They don't blame The Rock, which I understand. You don't want to hurt The Rock's feelings. You don't want to say, Rock, I guess you're not that big of a draw anyways, because I'm pretty sure more people bought that pay-per-view just to see The Rock in action again. But also, it's like the WWE's fault for not building a better undercard underneath the main event. And not only that, hyping up this tag team match a little bit more, because the build-up to The Rock versus The Rock and John Cena tag teaming, it was just kind of weak. It was kind of underwhelming. I mean, really, they're facing the Awesome Truth. Come on, does that really scream a main event tag team? Does that say, oh, I'm going to fork over $50 to see The Rock return to face K-Quick and Mike Mizanin? No, I wouldn't fork over $50 for that. In fact, I didn't. I love The Rock and all, but I did not fork over $50. Matt Gochi asks, What if WWE were building up another egg hatch of Survivor Series this Sunday and Tito Ortiz came out with the shitty theme, crossing his arms in a turkey suit? Why would you hide Tito Ortiz's big head in the turkey suit? No. Someone already beat you to the punch the gobbledygooker joke, Matt Gochi. I'm sorry. Go watch a Q&A 2 episodes ago. The Gochi man asked, what were some of the worst WCW gimmicks ever? RoboCop. Glacier. Dungeon of Doom. Mark Merrow as a boxer. It's boxer versus wrestler. It's uncensored. You know what? That counts as a fucking gimmick, does it? Uncensored pay-per-view in general. Oh, God. It's uncensored, yet Randy Savage wins by DQ. You know, WCW has some fucked up shit, but they were successful with that fucked up shit. Oh, Oklahoma? Pinata! Pinata! Oh, that guy. Those are some bad gimmicks that just come to mind. Uncensored. It's uncensored. No disqualifications. Uncensored. Joe Juicy asks, what wrestler in the WWE do you think desperately needs to be repackaged? What wrestler? Oh, Cesaro. At this point, I mean, here's a star in the making. You guys don't know how to fucking book him. Repackage him. Do something different with him. Make him feel unique. I mean, this guy is actually an internet darling that a lot of wrestling fans can like. He feels unique. He feels different. He wrestles different. He's not a 5'8" vanilla midget. This guy is actually a legit star. So find something to do with this guy. Mr. Juicy asks, how hard did you laugh when Tito Ortiz was revealed to be August 1st? Mr. Juicy, I actually made a video a long time ago. I had to retake that video 6 times because I was laughing so hard. The first video was just hysteria that Tito Ortiz was it. I was just laughing my ass off. Second video, I fell to the floor, starting to pound it like fucking crazy. Third video, I think I just was just laughing that whole video. I didn't even say words. Fourth video, I actually got some words, but it was just like, you know, I was laughing a little bit too much. Fifth video, I kind of calmed down a little bit. And then sixth video is the one that you'll see on my channel. So it's not going to be the dying hysterical laughter that you're hoping for, but just know I was laughing my fucking ass off. Tito Ortiz. Oh, God. Jay Walker, did the WWE blame The Miz for Survivor Series 2011 low buy rates? Yes, they did. Those assholes. The Real Heel asks, I know you don't watch or care for TNA at this point, but have you heard TNA got a new TV deal with Destination America? Oh, yeah, I heard. Good for them. You know, it's not the best network to be on. You know, they could have waited for better options, but hey, TNA want to stay afloat now, and I wish them the best of luck on Destination America. Don't get me wrong, I still keep tabs on the product. It's not like I don't know what's going on on TNA Impact at all. You know, I still watch from time to time. I still keep up with the results and keep up with the news about them. I just don't review it on the channel because, you know, I don't think any of their shows are mostly productive. That's just me. And also, really, to be honest, I don't feel like reviewing TNA shows because they keep getting me angrier and angrier and angrier because I used to love this company for all it's worth, and now this company just pisses me off. And Bound for Glory 2014 showed how much they don't care about their own fucking company when they let Wrestle One freaking job everyone out. Or Wrestle One New Japan, whatever. What is that wrestling organization they're with in Japan? See, I don't even care. Great mood as wrestling promotion. How about that? So that's why I don't really review TNA anymore. For anyone that says, oh, TNA progressionally is getting better and better, when you have your biggest show of the year and you pretty much just fucking sell out to another wrestling company and you don't care about your biggest show of the year, why should I care? That's just me. That's just how I see and think of things. Josh Chambers asks, how much lotion would the IWC use if Daniel Bryan and CM Punk were fighting in a 30-minute Ultimate Submission match at the main event of SummerSlam? This whole water bottle. That's how much lotion they would use if they that match for it to happen. Slapnuts 2000 asks, who is the most underrated WCW wrestler? Ooh, underrated. Who is the most underrated? DDP? I don't think DDP gets as much love as he should. You know, he did a really great job in WCW. You know, a lot of people love DDP and respect him, but I don't think like he's like everyone talks about him. He's not like the first 10 WCW superstars you're going to think of when you name WCW, so I'll say DDP. John Cool asks, did you think Undertaker coming back from the dead in the past made wrestling look even more fake? No, because he was a fucking Undertaker. He was allowed to do that. He was the devil's favorite child, Michael. So no, it was fine that Undertaker came back from the dead. It added more mystique and creepiness to the Undertaker character. Reed19 asks, why doesn't WWE ever utilize the Elimination Chamber for 3-on-3 matches? Wouldn't this be a good idea to mix it up a little bit? Oh yeah. I mean, frick. It's not like you had two factions that could actually pull that off. Oh wait, you had like the Shield versus Wyatt family. That pretty much everyone said this needs to be inside of a freaking chamber. But instead you just have a regular 6-man tag match. Yes, really good match. But just think if that match was inside the Elimination Chamber. Or hell, freaking Evolution and the damn Shield. Oh my god, could you imagine those guys in an Elimination Chamber match? Oh, you could take your little payback match and shove it up your ass inside the Elimination Chamber. Frick yeah. It would add an interesting dynamic. It would be kind of like a, you know, lamer version of War Games, but shit, it'd be actually make the Elimination Chamber seem a little bit more interesting. So yeah, I don't know why the WWE has never done it where they've done a 6-on-6 tag team match inside the Elimination Chamber, especially since there's been so many years that indicate, hey, maybe we should try this out. I think it would be really good. And hell, you know, like I said, it will be a lamer version of War Games, but hey, at least in this one, people can get eliminated at any time, anywhere. So, you know, it's not like War Games where you have to wait till the final guy comes before the finishing pinfall, you know? Final Limits asks, what if Stone Cold Steve Austin never cut his hair and kept his long hair from Sunny Steve Austin days? Could you imagine him with long hair, drinking beer, and beating up his boss? How weird would it have been? No, I can't imagine it because he would never reach that level if he still had his long hair. Stone Cold would never become a star if he had his long blonde hair. I'm just being honest here. He was a good-looking guy back then, but he never screamed to you, this guy's going to be a main eventer. This guy's going to be one of the top stars in the WWE with that long blonde hair. So I can't picture him doing that to Vince McMahon with his long blonde hair because it would never happen. Bubblegum Flavored Steroids asks, why do people keep saying you only like big muscle guy wrestlers over smaller wrestlers? How do you feel about that? I don't know. I don't understand. There's some smaller wrestlers I really do like. I like CM Punk. I like Rey Mysterio. I like Chris Jericho. And it pisses me off. Because it's just like so many wrestling fans just label me as a muscle mark. Like, so what? I like Ryback. So look, I like Cockfist. I like those two big guy wrestlers. They're different. For me, like when it comes to wrestlers, I want different variety of wrestlers. I don't want every wrestler to be the freaking same. I won't lie. If there was a bunch of big guy wrestlers running around, I would probably not like wrestling all that much. Just like I wouldn't like wrestling if there was a bunch of little midgets running around. I like variety. Variety is key in anything in life. So I don't know why people just freaking think I'm some muscle mark when I'm not. Do I prefer bigger wrestlers? Yeah, I will admit it. I do prefer bigger wrestlers over smaller wrestlers just because they feel more larger than life to me. That's just how I was growing up. But I'm not totally against smaller wrestlers. I think a lot of people just think that because I'm not like the biggest Daniel Bryan fan in the world. And I'm sorry that I'm not. But, you know, I do like my fair share of smaller wrestlers. So, I love Watermelon525 asks, what if The Rock would have lost to Cena at WrestleMania 28 in his own hometown? That would have been stupid. Why would we need Cena to win a big match? That would be dumb. He doesn't need to win any more big matches. So yeah, that would have been stupid. Nintendo Fanboy 1998 asked, do you think Evolution should have beaten the Shield at least one time during their short-lived feud? Yes. I don't know why they didn't even freaking beat them once in their short-lived feud. In fact, Evolution and Shield should have lasted this whole year. I'm being dead honest when I say that. Evolution and Shield could have lasted until December. It was flipping possible. But for some dumb dick reason, the WWE decided to have it where the Shield beat like a team full of legit, bona fide Hall of Famer, former world champions like they're idiots. And then you have it where Seth Rollins turns on the Shield for no reason, just because he's like, oh, I hate the Shield now, even though like I fought with you guys and beat these two idiots. I'm going to align with these idiots for no idiotic reason. I mean, I'm glad that Seth Rollins turned heel. I mean, he needed something to make himself feel different, but it's just like, damn, that's just dumb. Imagine if Seth Rollins turned heel during the big war of Evolution versus the Shield. How awesome would have that been? That would have been freaking sick. That would have been like, oh my God, can you believe it? You know, the Shield could have ultimately got the win over Evolution, but then that asshole Seth Rollins betrayed them. Would have been freaking sweet, if you ask me. Alrighty then, let's see. I have to fix the contact there. Escorito Compton asks, what if during a football game lights went out of the stadium, his TNA theme started to play, and then out came Tito Ortiz with his arms crossed, and the fans didn't give a shit. And the game just continued like nothing happened with Ortiz. With Ortiz standing there in the middle of the field. Ah! No one gives a shit. That's what you have to put to make me look idiot. He's coming. August 1st, Tito Ortiz. Oh, God. Brony Loney asks, what did you think of Undertaker versus Mr. Kennedy feud from 2006? Missed potential comes to mind when I think of that feud. I felt it could have been a little bit more than what it was. Was it good that Mr. Kennedy was facing a guy like The Undertaker and getting a rub? Yeah, but really, to be honest, what did Kennedy benefit out of it? He didn't really benefit anything out of this feud. Undertaker didn't really benefit anything out of this feud either. So it's just really, it was a missed potential feud. You would think it would make sense, you know, the loudmouth, brash, young, cocky kid versus the freaking guy who's like a trademark to the WWE, the dead man persona, the dead man character. You would think that would mesh very well, you know, with The Undertaker, Mr. Kennedy, but it was just like something was missing in the feud. And they did all the right matches. They did all the matches that they should have done in this feud. I was glad they went with the last ride match in their feud, but it was just like something else was missing, and I can't really explain it. And it's just a hit or miss feud, really, if to be honest, how you look at it. Justin Side asks, what if the Shield was still together today? Who would they feud with now? I'm laughing because y'all are going to hate my answer. John Cena. Shield would turn heel randomly for no dumb dick reason. Cena would be like, I remember when you guys were here, you were fighting for justice. Now all of a sudden, you guys are bad, and the Shield are going to be like, screw you, Cena, and then Cena beats them all 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Told y'all would hate me for that answer, but it's true. Who else would the Shield feud with? I mean, you beat the top 3 heels in the WWE. The next person is John Cena. You ain't going to feud with the Wyatts again. What, go back down to face those damn Usos? Yeah, I think they're going to freaking have to face with Cena. So, yeah. John Kunked asks, what if Tito Ortiz interrupted a high school graduation by standing on stage with his arms crossed with a blank look on his face? Forgot to put no fucking reaction. If anything, that would be an honor just to have Tito Ortiz standing there. So I think most kids would think it's cool. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Johnny Green asks, for your next Q&A, do you think that the worst temper losing a match, Christian in WrestleMania 18 in 2002, or Stephanie in Survivor Series 2014? Worst temper losing a match, Christian in WrestleMania 18, or Stephanie in Survivor Series? Stephanie did not really throw a temper tantrum. She was just crying in Hunter's arms, so I would have to say Christian in this one. Bill Bradford asks, thoughts on the Odell Beckham Jr. catch? Really sick catch by Odell Beckham. I want to put him as the #1 receiver in this class. Sorry, Sammy Watkins is still a fucking beast, and I think overall would be a better receiver in the long run than ODB. That's just my personal opinion, how I look at it. But that catch was really, really sick. Too bad the Giants didn't win at the end of the day. That's all that matters, really, to be honest. I mean, yeah, the catch was cool and all. It's probably the catch of the year. But, hey, your team didn't win at the end of the day, so it's not really all that important, right? Lino Gino asks, thoughts on the Ferguson situation with Brown being killed? Once again, our courts are stupid. They let a white man free for doing something stupid. Not just any white man, a white police officer being an idiot. An average, terrible cop gets free for doing something stupid. You know, I get it. Some of you guys are saying, oh, why should people care about this? But seriously, you should care. Because this is how terrible our world has become. That a cop can go out of his boundaries. And I'm not trying to bring race into this. I'm just saying a cop can go out of his boundaries, do something so fucking stupid. And all of a sudden, like, you know, he gets off for free. And just because he's white. But yet a black man, and this is true, I saw a post on this and I couldn't believe it. A black man for shooting, and he did not kill this dog, but a black man who shot at a police dog is going to prison for 18 years. Just think about that. A black man for shooting at a dog, at a prison dog, did not kill it, just shot at it, is going to jail for 18 years. While a white man who murdered a black man is getting off scotch-free. And below average cop according to all his damn peers. Fucking stupid. And it shows how dumb America is sometimes. It really does. It's sad. It really is. I don't want to get too much into it because that's not what my channel is all about. Pretty sure Schlag Daddy will make a video, so go watch his if you want full thoughts. But really, for all those who are like, oh, we shouldn't give a shit about this, you should. Because this shit could happen to you or to someone you love or to someone you know. And you could be feeling the same pain that everyone down there in Ferguson is feeling. Just because you don't really care about the dude's race, it doesn't fucking matter. You should fucking say, holy crap, a cop killed a man and got away free from it. That's something you should also look at. That once again, the cops fucking win. That's all I gotta say about it. Anyways, thank you all very much for sending in your questions. Description box down below with all the details on how you can send in questions for the next Q&A. If you guys have any comments on the questions being answered in this video, send your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you all very much. I'll see you all next time. Peace.